Good afternoon, friends. Previous class we have discussed about relations and functions chapter, and today I am going to teach a new topic that is complex numbers and quadratic equations. Actually, you should know what is complex numbers and quadratic equation. What is complex numbers? First, before going to learn about this topic, first you should know what is complex number. If you please recollect the knowledge, whatever you learned till 10th class about number systems, I mean real numbers, rational numbers, irrational numbers, these all you have learned. And while doing problems on quadratic equations in 10th, quadratic equations, when you are learning the problem related to quadratic equations, you people know about d value b square minus 4ac. If it is greater than 0, roots are real and unequal. If b square, determinant, this is nothing but about so you people have learned, let us discuss. So when we are solving quadratic equations, you know about discriminant. D is b square minus 4ac. If it is greater than 0, you have written roots are real and unequal, and you found if both b square minus 4ac equals 0, roots are real and equal, you found. But last case, whenever you get less than 0, I mean negative numbers, simply we wrote roots are not real or imaginary. Now you people are going to learn about this number system. There is nothing but imaginary numbers, nothing but square root of negative numbers. You know square root of 100, students, that is 10 plus or minus 10, directly we can write. But when we have negative integers under, no, there is no explanation about square root of negative integers in case of real numbers. This type of, to avoid this situation, one more new number system is introduced, that is imaginary number system. That is the imaginary number system. So in this I square is equal to minus 1. So I is defined as minus 1. I square equals to minus 1. I is equals to root over minus 1, as we know. From using that we can write minus 1 into 100. That is equal to root minus 1 into root 10. That is equals to this we can write I plus or minus 10. Simply we can write plus or minus 10I. So root over minus 100 is plus or minus 10I. This is about imaginary number system which you are going to learn about. It is a part of complex number system. Once again I am repeating, students, still in 10th, till 10th you people have learned about real numbers only. But the numbers, the square root of the negative integers, we doesn't know. To overcome this situation, one more new number system is introduced, that is imaginary number system. In imaginary number system, I square is defined as minus 1, where a is root over minus 1. This is the introduction of imaginary numbers only. Let us discuss about complex numbers. What is a complex number? Complex number, nothing but a combination of complex numbers, nothing but a combination of real numbers, and the numbers which are in the form of a plus ib are called complex numbers, where a comma b are real numbers, and a is called a real part of, if you consider a plus ib complex number, if you represent by z, real part of z is called a, imaginary part of z is called b. So this is the explanation about complex numbers. Once again I am saying combination of real numbers and the imaginary part or imaginary number which are in the form of a plus ib are called complex numbers, and where a and b are real numbers and the real part of given complex number is this a, and the imaginary part of given complex number number z is b. This is overall explanation about imaginary numbers as well as complex numbers. I will show the flow chart of these number systems. As you know, yes, first we will start with the complex numbers. Complex numbers. Complex numbers are divided into two parts. First is real numbers, and then one is imaginary numbers. These are in the form of IB. This is imaginary part, real part. Again, real numbers are divided into two. Irrational, which you know, non-terminating, non-repeating. These are rational numbers. But irrational numbers we cannot define, as you know, root over 11, which are root over 3, etc. I mean non-terminating, non-repeating, like thirds. Okay, next. Rational numbers again we divided into fractions along with fractions and their additive inverse. Of course, in fractions only, negative fractions also will get, but to understand easily I said, then here integers. Again, integers are divided into two parts. Negative integers, whole numbers. So, some people may get doubt positive integers. Whole numbers includes with the positive integers only, students. That is why. Again, whole numbers are divided into 0 natural numbers. This is overall flow chart about complex numbers, students. So this is the overall flow chart about complex numbers. You people have learned about the real number. From here to from this to you people know only imaginary numbers are new one. So together real numbers and imaginary numbers called complex numbers, which are of the form a plus ib. A is called real part, b is called imaginary part. We will discuss some problems based on this, students. I mean some applications. One problem I will explain because we have less time. You have Google form test, and after that next class will continue with this applications on complex numbers, additive inverse, everything, and properties also we have. That also people have learned about that. Yes, students. Now, first suppose one question is given, example 1. If 4x plus I of 3x minus y equals to 3 plus I of minus 6, find x and y. See, students, if 2a plus ib, z2 is c plus id. These two are equal. These two complex numbers are equal when a is equals to c and b is equals to d. I mean real parts of these two numbers should be equals to corresponding real parts should be equals to corresponding real part of another complex number. Imaginary part of first number should be equals to imaginary part of second complex number, then only equal. So let us be continue. You compare corresponding real parts and imaginary parts. So here real part is 4 equals to here 4x. 4x is real part 3. So x is equals to 3 by 4. And then we got x value as 3 by 4. Then now we are comparing with imaginary parts. But x value already we have 3 by 4. So we have 9 by 4. So let me send that side. So we have minus y is equals to minus 24 minus 9 by 4. Minus y is equal minus 33 by 4. Minus minus get cancelled. This is overall explanation about how to solve problems based on complex numbers. And we have some properties also, students. Those properties you have to learn. So once again I will repeat the question. When two complex numbers are equal, when the corresponding real parts and corresponding imaginary parts are equal. As you know, in order pairs also, two order pairs are equal when corresponding first elements of order pairs should be equal to corresponding second elements of another order pair. Similarly, it is applicable. When we compare real parts, we got x value as 3 by 4. When we compare imaginary parts, we got one equation. Substitute x value, solve it, we got y is equal 33 by 4. Now, briefly, we will discuss about properties of algebra of complex numbers. Nothing but addition of two complex numbers. If we add two complex numbers, again we will get complex number. That is closure property. If you add any two complex numbers in any order, their sum is equal. You know, 3 plus 4 equals 4 plus 3, like that. So complex commutative property exists. If you add three complex numbers in any order, their results are same. That is associative property. And existence of identity, additive identity, that is 0. 0 we can write 0 plus I0 or 0I. For suppose z1 plus 0 equals z1, how? Let me take 3 2 plus 0 equals to 2 plus 3i. So this is about additive identity. Additive inverse 3i. If you add, for the additive inverse of 2 plus 3i is minus 2 minus 3i. If you add these two, 2 plus 3i minus 2 minus 3i, both are get cancelled, 0. Which is the additive identity. So these all properties exist. Let us we take two complex numbers. That is 2 plus 3i z1 and z2 is equals to minus 6 plus 5i. Students, i3 is nothing but 3i. Don't get confused. 5i nothing but i5. I mean, if you change order, nothing to worry. Both represent same. I mean, both are same. Let us find the sum of these two. If we add 2 plus 3i plus of minus 6 plus 5i, that is 2 plus 3i minus 6. When we represent to minus, you know, when we multiply by minus plus symbol, there is no change in symbol. So we got, if we add imaginary part, 3i plus 5i, 8i. Or in some textbook they will give like this. This is also correct only. Anyhow, same, represent same. So this is also a complex number. If you change order, of complex numbers, result are same. Instead of that, z2 plus z1 we have taken. Minus 4. I of 5 plus 3, you know well, minus 4 plus 8i. Both are same. So commutative property. Similarly, we can show associative property. Additive identity, just now I showed. Additive inverse I have shown. Difference, for suppose same numbers I have taken. How to find the difference? z1 minus z2. 2 plus 3i minus of minus 6 plus 5i. 2 plus 3i minus into minus plus. When we have minus symbol, little careful, when symbol will change. So 2 plus 6, 8 plus I of 3 minus 5. We are using distributive property. When we compare a plus ib, real part equals to 8 imaginary part equals to minus 2. Here also we can compare. Real part is equal minus 4. Imaginary part is 8. This is all about difference and addition. Let me discuss about multiplication in the similar manner, friends. I mean properties on multiplication. Even on multiplication also similarly closure property, commutative. These all we will learn next class. But now we will learn only about how to multiply those if they give 2. But remember students, till addition and subtraction we don't get I square. But wherever we get I square, automatically we should substitute minus 1 according to the definition of complex numbers. That you keep in mind, students. So let us discuss some more problems. I mean not problems, friends, properties. How to multiply two complex numbers. Problems we discuss next class. One more example like that. Z1, first complex number is given. Z2. How to multiply? With this I will conclude, students. Z1 into Z2. You know how to multiply two binomial expressions. This no issue. Here also no issue. Here also no issue. But here you need to careful, students, because we have I square. I into I square, you know. But what is I square value according to definition of imaginary numbers? Minus 1. So 2 plus 6 plus 18, 28 I we got. But here we need to substitute I square value as minus 1. 6 plus into minus 30 equals to minus 24 plus 28i. If we compare with minus 24 plus 28i with a complex number, we get imaginary, real part as minus 24, imaginary part as 28. So when we are multiplying, you people should be very, very careful. In which step you got I square, please substitute as minus 1 and simplify. Write the part which we have. And one more thing I am saying, principle of mathematical induction, 4th chapter is deleted. That is why I am just going with 5th chapter. This is all about the introduction of complex numbers and a few properties you people have learned. We will continue next class, friends. Thank you.